Okay, what's going on, guys? It's Jack. Let's get back into our weekly vaults and also start talking a little bit about the new affixes as well for the week. I want to kind of go over pretty quick after we open up our vaults some of the affixes for the week and some tips and everything from a healer POV of really what you want to watch for. All right. So first off, we got my DK, which is probably my rattiest character. He's got 2 vault options, I think. I still haven't had a chance to actually raid with them, but with Endwalker coming up, may not have a ton of time, but here he is. 229 Blood DK. Still technically a healer, you know? Weapon, Blood Spattered Scale. There's a couple different things would be great. Let's see. But instead, we get this power crystal. It gives me crit. And crit mastery gloves. Oh. Alright. I need to raid on this guy. Really badly. I mean, they got leech on him. You know, they got leech on him. Alright, we'll go yoink and enchant everything a little bit later on. I mean, 3 weeks running, we got a chest, we got shoulders, we got gloves. I'm pretty sure gloves is a dumb spot. Alright, let's see. Better characters. Shaman. With a bunch of keys yesterday, I had Shaman. I did at least 3 bosses on Mythic. We had our Thanksgiving slow raid week and everything, so we just did 3 Sylvanas runs and that was it. So we'll see what's going on. Last week we talked about market news, but oh my god, my portfolio is getting absolutely slaughtered, so we're probably not going to talk about much about it. Activision is still getting giga crunched down as well. All right, Shaman time. What do we got? Wait, do I already have that chest? Oh no, I don't. Ooh. And I really did need more versatility. You guys look at my stats, bottom left. Actually, kind of a nightmare. That sounds easy. This is really good. This is really, really good. Yeah, I could drop all that mastery in the chest slot. And also drop whatever gem I got in there, too. Alright, we get enchants. Still not as much as I'd really like, though. I need to get rid of even more mastery if I want to start keying and everything. I gotta set my ocular gland to verse and stuff. Yeah. Rings will be big in the future for me. Oh, I didn't pick Smog. Oh well. Okay. I think it's Sanguine, Necrotic, Fortified this week. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check once I get the next key. I didn't look at the key my Shaman got. But we'll take a look. I'm pretty sure it's horrible, horrible affixes. Okay. Paladin. I think it's itemization that I need. There's a better set of gloves. Maybe a ring or something? I was using Tuft because I was paranoid as hell when I'm playing Pally and keys. Don't care about the shield. It's got a socket, but I can just farm up a socket. This is all kind of garbage. I don't know, is Keepsake any value? I hate doing Fate Scribe. What do I draw? An Ocular Gland and Orb and Raids? I don't think I'd even run Keepsake if I could. I think that's a coin angle, token angle. Fortified, Sanguine, Necrotic. Yeah. What a terrible epics week. Man, we're gonna be lucky to find tanks this week. Yeah, well, Jack B. Hammer's getting a socket. Any more? I'm good. Alright. Meh. Probably one of the biggest things I look at this week is, like, how many of your healers you can run Kyrian with, and then mess around with some clay attack. I'll show you when I get to my priest. But basically, you can use Clea to remove your tank's necrotic stacks if they're the lowest health target when you activate it. Alright, Mistweaver. I really don't know what else I could get on Monk. I've been pretty blessed. He's got all the sockets. I basically just need tertiaries. Tertiary stats. I don't know if there's much more I could go for here. I guess a changeling. Actually, no, I would like an SLR. Let's go with a soul-letting ruby. Nice humble request. Alright, I thought I gave a pretty humble request, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. But then there's two Dom socket slots. You hate to see it. Time to get more tokens. Chatums. I guess I go for conduits, because I already got sockets. Yep. Yeah, I still haven't really done much book farming on alts. Just knocked that shit out of my main, and that was about it. Oh, and Keystone is another Plaguefall. All right. This is literally like last week where I got nothing but Spire's keys. I got literally nothing but Spire's keys. First, let me fix up my transmog on my priest. Last one, gamers. Then we can talk about some of the new affix stuff for the week. All right, yeah, my mog's looking a little rough. Let's fix that up real quick. Okay. And stop. I think it looks better. There we go. Alright, priest. What can I... Actually, I don't have a Maledicted Opus. Oh, no, I do. Never mind, JK. I just got one last week. I literally, like, just got one. Alright. I swear there was, like, one piece... That one piece. From KT or Syl that I didn't have. That also wasn't Maledicted Opus. Did I get the planar? Yeah. So I got that. I got the belt. Sylva's covered. I got the ring already. Did I get the helm? 259. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. Now I got everything. See what we get. Tertiaries. Avoidance. I actually have like 9% leech. Let's see. Gloves. I hate offhands, dude. I wish they would actually like make it so you couldn't use offhand, main hand offhand as priest. Always wear a staff, because when you try to have like main hand offhand, your Mog is just like terrible looking. I'm pretty sure I have this record of collapsing realities. I do. So it's either gloves that I could basically wear in a holy setup, or conduits. I think I'm just gonna go with gloves. Yeah, I'll drop some leech or something like that, but I have a decent amount of leech across my gear. Let's see what we get. And hey, Necrotic Wake, not bad. It's actually not bad at all. Alright, so let's talk about some of the affixes this week, alright? Fort Sanguine Necrotic, which is like every tank's nightmare. But the biggest thing I would look at is this is a Shining Force week, alright? It's a Shining Force week, knockback week, whatever you want to call it for any of your classes. Keep in mind, something like Shining Force, you can always cast off of other players, right? So whether you are using Voodoo like I am, and you want to go into the spells section, I think it's like shift mouse button, just that you're going to be able to cast it off somebody else, talk to your tank about it, be like, hey, call for the knockback. Like, biggest thing is get into voice with people. You need to get into voice with your tank this week in particular. They can have, you know, the knockback at their disposal. Shining Force knocks things way too far away, which is exactly what you need this week. So you can use it for yourself to knock mobs out of Sanguine. You can use it on your tank and cast it off the tank so they can kind of position themselves even better there. And the other thing I would say is Kyrian. Kyrian tech is really important this week. There's not a lot of pulls, I would say, overall, where this happens. But basically, the worst thing that happens when you get into pugs is you get to this point where your tank can no longer properly kite the mobs out, and he has to like sit there and fight, or he's backed into a corner. And then he gains too many necrotic stacks, and then he dies, right? So you go Clea with Ascendant Vial, which renders you immune to curse, disease, poisons, and bleeds. So not only will it remove it, but it'll make you immune for 8 seconds, okay? And then Hope Springs Eternal will make it so your vial reduces damage taken by 20%, and the effects are also granted to your lowest health ally. So as long as your tank is the lowest HP out of everybody, you will give them an 8-second immunity to more bleeds. You'll remove their current bleeds, and you'll reduce their damage taken by 20%. Okay? So keep in mind, it's going to be a very lengthy cooldown. It's going to be, you know, that 5-minute cooldown, so this isn't going to be very frequent. But this is really, really important. And the biggest thing I would say is you need to be patient when you use this setup, okay? You need to be really, really patient. Because there's going to be a lot of times where tanks will have something to get through it. But then there's these moments where you sort of see their positioning. You see their movement where they have nowhere to go. And they're freaking out. And then you start seeing like the backpedaling and the running all over the place and everything like that. And then you remove it. So get in voice with them. Be patient. Use Shining Force, knockbacks, etc. to be able to help out your tank. Those are going to be some of the biggest things. Probably some of the scariest dungeons, I would say, would probably be something along the lines of DOS this week, with how big some of those Arden Wheel pulls can be. Something like that. This is just like one of the routes that we've used in the past. If you have this affix week, I don't know why it doesn't show the Tormented dude. Oh no, over here he is. There we go. Good old Sagi D is in the Tormented zone now. So, I mean, I would say the biggest thing right now is being able to have some space to kite and communicating with your tank about that, right? Because you start doing this, like, early pull if you don't have any cooldowns or something like that, or you start getting Sanguine healing all up around the edges here and there. You get backed into Sagadon, and this is exactly a good spot where you could use that Ascendant Vial, because your tank may be able to keep mobs out of Sanguine, but he may not be able to stop mobs from attacking him, right? Same thing as you go on into, you know, some of these deeper pulls, right? You may grab these Blade Beaks, bring them into the jar, and Bark Binder and everything like that, right? It's another area where, okay, stun fades, tank starts getting destroyed, and then he has to walk back up the trail and leave Sanguine in his wake, right? A lot of times, tanks can grab the mobs out of Sanguine, but they may not be able to get so much separation. Especially watch for bears, watch for prot paladins, although prot paladins have a ton of escapes this week, so they're very good to run with. Yeah, probably bears and prot pallies will have a bit of an issue with some of the separation that they have going on. They have a couple tricks up their sleeve, but again, those are some of the tanks that I pretty frequently see get like, oh shit, I can't get away from the mobs fast enough or anything like that. So I'd watch for that. Other pulls that you might see or something like that would be something early, like in Necrotic Wake. If you're doing any like large pulls of like vanguards and everything with weapons and bloodlust and blightbone and orbs and spears. Another really good area to take the shield. There's a shield in the corner over here. You can grab it. Gives 50% damage reduction for everybody in a circle for like 10 seconds. Very, very good to take on a lot of those Gigantor pulls to help kind of reduce the damage. Keep your tank's HP much higher. There's another one you can grab over here by the Sorcerers. And you can also use that for the Necropolis pull upstairs, depending on what all you're grabbing in together. Those are all really good just to be able to keep your tank's health pool high as they accumulate necrotic stacks, so that you don't have to heal as much, they don't have to self-heal as much, or anything like that. But yeah, dudes, let me know if you have any questions for the rest of the week. We will be streaming Endwalker and everything when it releases on Friday at like 2 in the morning or something like that, so be sure to tune in there. Check out the live stream. We're going to raid this week, and probably use a lot of Clea tech as well. Have a great rest of your day. Check in on the live stream. I'll catch y'all next time.